Hi everybody, Tenacious Earl, the Tabletop Baseball channel. I'm going to play Game 3 of this series of the Phillies and the Diamondbacks. The Phillies have been in a bit of a funk here, losing 2 on the road out in the West. They're going to face Mike Owings here for the Diamondbacks. They get back to the right-handed side. Randy Johnson took care of him in the last game, although I wouldn't necessarily say take care of him. Did well enough. He struggled, but his team defeated the Phillies 11-10. It was a shootout. In real life, this final matchup of the series, the Phillies won 5-4 to take the series. The Phillies here are going to be trying to make it a salvage at least one game out of this. So, real quick before we get started, I want to put in a pitch real quick because I haven't really been doing this much. I ended the last video with it. Check the comments for a link to our Patreon account here at Tabletop Baseball. You get in here before the end of the week or before it turns over the next month. If you make a $2 per month commitment to this channel, you'll get in on our next drawing. I'm not sure if myself or if Tabletop Earl will. So both of us have the name Earl, which is kind of weird, but somehow that ends up working out. He's Tabletop Earl. I'm Tenacious Earl. But in any event, you'll get in on that. We give away half of what is committed to our channel each month, or basically half of what the Patreon people give to us. We give back half of that by the form of a giveaway. So if you want to get in on that, I believe it's your choice as far as what is going to be awarded. I know that Earl also put up a Patreon-only video yesterday, Patreon members only. I believe it had to do with the unboxing of something. So if that interests you, I'm hoping that we'll do more stuff. It'd be nice to, I've got to figure it out. But I'm thinking that the way to do this is maybe to try to come up with some specialized info that's kind of hints and things like that. But I'm still putting that together. So, hello, SMR. I know your name, but anyway, let's get going here. I don't want to take too much longer. 3 minutes in, and we've got to go because I've got dinner before long, and before long, I'll be hearing the call. So here we go. Night game to close this out. No chance for bad weather. It's going to be either good or average, and it's a 15, so it will be average again. The singles 10 and 14, and home runs 16 and 10. All right, so lineup for the Phillies. Victorino center, Bruntlett at short, Utley second base, Howard at first, Burrell left, Jenkins in right, Felice at third, Ruiz catching, Kendrick on the mound. Pretty standard lineup for them against right-handed pitching, and they'll be going up against Owings. For the Diamondbacks, going up against Kyle Kendrick, another right-hander. Chris Young in center, then it'll be Augie Ojeda at second base, Eric Burns in left, Connor Jackson at first, Stephen Drew short, Mark Reynolds third base. Maybe I should push this up a little bit so you can see it. Jeff Salazar in right, Chris Snyder behind the plate. Back behind the plate, it wasn't him last game. It was Miguel Montero. And then Mike Owings pitching in. He gets pitcher's hitting card numero 8. So he is a good hitter. Here is Victorino leading off against Owings, and that's a 4-6. He is batting from the left side, grounded to second base. Augie Ojeda, 2-4. He's a good fielder. And, oh boy, well, he might bobble this one. That's a 17. E4 and a 17 is a one-base error. E4. So it's going to put Victorino on base. Owings plus Snyder is a -3. That would make Victorino a 1-13 chance. He's going to hold tight here. It'll be Bruntlett at the plate. And that is a 1. So That would be wild pitch 1-7, and it's not going to be a wild pitch. So 4-2 against a righty. Ballpark home run. He is a weak home run hitter, though. So 1-2 is a single. It'll be a 4, so that'll be a fly ball to left for the first out. With one out, Victorino is going to try to get a lead here. It's a 3, but a 1 means potential pickoff. Re-roll 1-14. He is back safe, and he is safe, but he can't get the good lead, so he's going to hold tight. Chase Utley, 5-6 lefty, and that is going to make it at least first and third, maybe second and third. That is a 15 or a 12 on the 1-15, so that'll be a double. Okay, so if Victorino had gotten a lead and got over to second, or got second, that would have been a run scored. Ryan Howard at the plate against Owens. 6'5 lefty, and 1-12. This will be gone. Ryan Howard takes him deep, but it is going to stay in the park. That'll be a double, but it's going to score 2-0 Phillies right off the bat. 2 runs batted in for Howard. And Howard ends up at second. It'll be Pat Burrell now. There's a 6-7 against a righty. He strikes out. That's the second out. Jeff Jenkins. Two on the D20. Potential balk. Owings has no balk rating. So re-roll 5-8 against a lefty walk. Brings up Pedro Feliz. 1-6, and he strikes out to end the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits and error. We'll go to the bottom of the inning here. So Kyle Kendrick against Chris Young. Hey, Tribe fan, high round of marks. 5-9 against a righty. Fly ball to left, 1 out. Augie Ojeda. 1-3, grounder to first. 2 down. Could have done that as a underhand to the pitcher. 2 down. 5-10 against a righty. That'll be a fly ball to right. So 1-2-3 for Kendrick. And a good start for the Phillies. 2-0 through 1. Getting ready for be able to watch some Sabres preseason hockey tonight. So NHL season around the corner. Here is Ruiz. And there's a 5-9 against a righty. That'll be a strikeout. Kyle Kendrick with pitcher's hitting card number 1. And that'll be a strikeout on the 1-6. 2 down. Victorino. 5-6 batting from the left side. That will be another double. 2 outs. Victorino's not looking to steal. Here is Bruntlett. 2-9, and he strikes out. No runs on a hit. 1 left. And it'll be Kendrick back out there to face Connor Jackson. Bottom of the second, and 5-12 against a righty. 1-2 would be a single. That'll be a 5, so that'll be a line out to short, 1 down. Stephen Drew. 1-12, that'll be a strikeout. No injury because we are using real life injuries. Mark Reynolds. 5-5 against a righty. Grounder to short. That'll be Bruntlett 3, E21. and he will make the play on that. So 6 up and 6 down through 2. It's 2-0 Phils. Chase Utley up. 6-8 against the lefty. 6-8 pop, and he pops it up to Ojeda. That'll be the first out. Ryan Howard, 2 RBI in the first inning. Counts for the runs. 4-3 against the lefty. Fly ball to left X. That'll be Burns. 3-3. And he's going to make the play. 2 outs, Pat Burrell. 2-3. Ballpark home run chance here. For a righty, it's 1-10. Will it go? No, it will not. That'll be a long fly to left and through 2.5. It's going to stay 2-0 Phils. Kyle Kendrick going to the third. Jeff Salazar, lefty, 2-4 against a righty, and that'll be a triple for Salazar. First hit of the game comes in the third inning, and it's going to bring up Chris Snyder with a chance to drive him in. They're going to play the infield back. 3-8, and he strikes out. That's going to bring up Owings, who is a competent hitter here, as you can see. Also normal power. 1 out. 6-9, he is batting from the right side. 6-9, that will be trouble. That'll score the run. It'll be at least a single, and that's exactly what it is. 2-1 now. Owings with an RBI to help his own cause. Chris Young at the plate with Owings there. There's a 3-10. That'll be a fly ball to left field that will be caught. That'll be 2 outs. And Augie Ojeda. And there's another 3-10. That'll be a grounder to third. Feliz throws to first. Oh, wait, there's 1 run in that inning. 2-1. Diamondbacks have been thorn in the side of the Phillies so far in this series. Phillies will go and face the San Francisco Giants next out at AT&T Park. Top of the 4th here. Phillies still clinging to a 2-1 lead. Jeff Jenkins, 3-3, and that'll be a grounder to Jackson. He'll underhand it to the pitcher at first. 1 down, Pedro Feliz, 2-9. And that'll be Stephen Drew, who nonchalantly takes it to first for the out. Carlos Ruiz against a righty, 6-10 grounder to third base. That'll be Mark Reynolds, not a good fielder, 4-37. And that's going to be a single. Turns the lineup over here. And I'll bring up Kyle Kendrick with 2 outs. And a 1-4 will be a strikeout to end the inning. Pretty much what you would expect out of Kendrick. Okay, bottom of the 4th, moving right along. And it'll be 3, 4, 5 hitters. Eric Burns, Connor Jackson, Stephen Drew for the Diamondbacks. And Burns with a 4-5. That'll be a strikeout for him. 0-for-2. Connor Jackson lined out to short in his first at bat. 4-11 against a righty. Fly ball to right. Jenkins, 3-11. Not the surest of hands out there, and that's going to be trouble. And a rare play as well, so let's see. He is a 3 and a 2. That's a double. So double 2 with a rare play. Batter hits a double. Runner advances 2 bases. Oh, boy. How about that? This is going to help the Phillies and Kendrick. Batter hits a double. Runner is advanced 2 bases. The outfielder throws the ball back into the shortstop, and moments later, the unsuspecting runner on second becomes the victim of the hidden ball trick. The runner on second is called out. That is a double, and then it's going to be, we'll just say, I guess 8-6. So 2 outs. That's good luck for the Phillies there. So nobody on for Stephen Drew. 6-11 against a lefty. Ballpark single. 1-10. And he's going to get it. Kendrick and Ruiz, that battery's +2. So he would be a 1-13 chance if he can get a 7. And he gets it. So he's going to go 1-13, and he will steal. And it's a 1 chance for a throwing error. Ruiz is a 1-6, but he will not throw it into center field. So Mark Reynolds, runner at second, 2 outs, tying run at second. And that is a 1 on the D20. It was going to flip over there. I just make the assumption if it's going to. So that means wild pitch, 1-4. Nope. And here we go. 3-7. 1-3 would be a triple for Mark Reynolds, and that would score the tying run. It's a 7, so that'll be a fly out to center, and the Phillies escape that. The hidden ball trick saves them a run here. Kendrick's still doing okay, but he's been touched up a little bit here lately. Top of the 5th, 2-1 Phillies. Hey, Tribe fan, how you doing? Or not Tribe fan, I meant Beatles. I meant to say Beatles. Tribe fan, I think I already said hi to you. So top of the 5th, it'll be Victorino. Top of the order against Owings, 5-6, batting from the left. And guess what? That is another extra base hit, unless it's a 16 through 20, and that is going to be a double. So Bruntlett could be up to bunt, but instead he will swing away. 2-3. 2-3, and he's hit by a pitch. So that's going to bring up Chase Utley with 2 on and nobody out. Third time through the order for Owings. Here is Utley. 5-3, fly ball to center field B. That'll be the first out, and no base running advance. Ryan Howard. What do we got here from Victorino? So you got Owings with a -2 and Snyder with -1. So -3. Yeah, not a very good chance of taking second or taking third base. But so here's Howard. 3-5, and he strikes out. So that brings up Pat the Bat. There's a 3-8, and he will strike out Owings. Comes back with a vengeance after the double, and after he beans Bruntlett. And it'll be bottom of the 5th. And here is Jeff Salazar. Diamondbacks are going to get Juan Cruz up in case they want to pinch hit here for Owings. Owings is probably a pretty good hitter in his own right. 5-4 lefty, grounded to short. Bruntlett, 3-21. 3-7. He gets to it, and then 8 on the E21. Makes the play. 1 out. Chris Snyder. 4-6 righty, and a grounder to second this time. This will be Utley, 2-E14. 2-2. Bad luck there. That's a single. And I think they're going to leave Owings in to hit for himself here. If they hit 2 on and nobody out, they might think about pinch hitting. But here's Owings. 4-10, batting from the right side. ballpark single. That's 1 to 14 chance for him, but it's 18 liner to short, second out. Not the greatest of luck there. And Chris Young, Snyder doesn't steal, correct? He's a catcher. Yeah, that's right. There's a 5-10 against a righty, fly ball to right, and that's going to end the inning. So they're going to stick with Owings to start the next inning. So 2-1, Phillies on top here going to the 6th. And it's going to be Jeff Jenkins. 6'7" lefty strikes out. And this is the potential ending of weakness for Owings, by the way. Pedro Feliz, 6'6". That'll be a double if it's a 1-9, and it is. It's a 4. Carlos Ruiz. Phillies are going to get J.C. Romero warming up just in case they decide to pinch hit for Kendrick. Kendrick's pitched pretty well, but so Ruiz with a runner at second base. 4-4 against a righty. Fly ball to center field. Chris Young, 2-E3. Let's see the E3 and a 14. Is that a problem? No. So he is a 2 range and a 14. That is an F2, but it's center field, so he can't advance. So 2 outs. And it'll be Kendrick at the plate. Boy. Choices, choices, choices. Hi there, Jonathan, JVD. They're going to go ahead and let Kendrick hit. 2 outs, runner at second. And it's a 1-7. That'll be a strikeout. So see if that comes back to haunt them, sticking with Kendrick here. They really need him to get through the 6th to make that worth their while. So it'll be 2-3 for Augie Ojeda. They still have Romero up, by the way. 1-5 strikes out. Or wait, 1-5, my bad. Fly ball to left, 1 out. Burrell makes the play. Eric Burns, 6'7" righty, and he's going to line it sharply right at Bruntlett, 2 down. T-ball, how you doing? 2 outs, Connor Jackson. 5'7" righty, fly ball to center, and guess what? Kendrick does get through the 6th. After they stuck with him there and didn't pinch hit for him, he's going to get him through the 6th. And Owings going into the 7th. They are going to go ahead and bring in a relief pitcher. It's going to be Cruz. So he's going to face the top of the order here. Victorino, then Bruntlett and Utley. So Cruz, a righty, against the flying Hawaiian. 3-8. That'll be a grounder to Drew, 1 out. Bruntlett, 3-2. That'll be a grounder to Ojeda. Throws to first, easy out. And Chase Utley. 2-6, 1-8 single. And it's an 8. Cruz not good at holding runners on. It'll be a +3. Utley will try to get the lead. Needs a 5. And guess what? It is. Oh, but there's a 1 on the D20. Could be thrown out here on the pickoff. 1-6, he's safe. And it's a 4. He is safe back at first, so he get away with that. Doesn't get a lead, though. Ryan Howard, boy, get away with that one. Man, just about gave it away there. 2-7, that's a grounder to second. And the inning over, or at least the top of the inning, 7th inning stretch. Kendrick still pitching pretty well, and they're going to keep Romero up, and this time they're also going to get they'll get Clay Condrey warming up as well. 2-1 Phillies. Tight contest here. In real life, it was 5-4 Phillies with victory. So Kendrick out for the 7th. Stephen Drew. 6-9 against a lefty. That will be a walk. Mark Reynolds. If he was better, had a better hit and run rating, I'd think about doing that. That's a 4-6 against a right-hander. That is going to be a ground ball to second base X. That's Utley. And, well, Utley will have hit because they're holding Drew on. Utley will actually be 3E14, so that helps a little bit the Diamondbacks. But it's a 17. This should be a double play unless he makes an error, and that's a 10. That is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. And Jeff Salazar to the plate with 2 outs. He did triple already, 6-7 lefty. And that's a fly ball to center, and Kendrick threw 7 innings, and that should be it for him, I would say. They're going to go to Romero. They're going to sit. Well, they'll keep Condrey up just in case. Okay, so Cruz. Let me see. They're going to have. Look at Tony Pena up just in case they need someone else off the bench, out of the bullpen in case Cruz runs into problems. Here's Burrell. 1-8, strikes out. 3rd strikeout, 0-for-4 for Burrell. Jeff Jenkins, 6-4 against a lefty. Fly ball to center field X. That'll be Young. 2E3. 2-5. I think he still gets that. Yes, he does. That'll be an out. 2 outs. Well, maybe that needs to be a. I need to get back to tutorials, and maybe we'll use. I'll have to think about how to do that. So it'll be a Felice here, 2 outs. 4-6 against a righty and a strikeout. So Cruz pitches 2 innings, and that'll be it for him. Phillies are going to bring in J.C. Romero here to pitch the 8th. With a slim 2-1 lead. Kendrick goes 7 innings. All right, so here we go. Chris Snyder against J.C. Romero. 3-5 against a lefty, strikes him out. And this is Owings. Well, actually, it's Cruz's spot. Against a lefty, they are going to go ahead with Justin Upton here. So Upton will get a swing here at Romero. 3-8. 3-8 is a big problem. 1-14 home run, and it's going to be only a triple. The 20 gives Romero a reprieve, and a good call from the Diamondbacks manager. So the Phillies are going to move the infield in here to face Chris Young. They're going to get They're going to have Ryan Madsen up now. Lidge is hopefully going to be able to pitch the ninth here, but we'll see. Chris Young against J.C. Romero, righty versus lefty. And a 3-8 strikes him out. Wait, what did I do? No, I did that right. That's 2 outs. And it'll be Augie Ojeda. They're going to pinch hit for Ojeda. They're going to bring in Orlando Hudson. Let me see something. Did he pinch hit and play at all? Hudson didn't in this game. I wonder if he was injured, but I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and use him. So with 2 outs and a runner at third, they're going to play the infield back now. Hudson at the plate. 2-4, and that's a liner. Does it get by Ellie? No, it does not. He catches it, and that will be it for the Diamondbacks. They get a 1-out triple and can't convert, and it's going to be a 2-1 lead for the Phillies going to the top of the ninth. Okay. So Cruz was pinch hit for with Upton. So it's going to be Pena. In the ninth. And they're going to sit down Madsen and bring in Lidge, or at least get him warming up. And Lidge is going to have to face 3, 4, 5, so he's got some work to do here. Orlando Hudson is going to play second base in the ninth, whether he is hurt or not. You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision here. Because he did not play the field, I'm going to bring in Chris Burke. I know that Chris Burke did come in and play, so instead I'm going to use 3 here. So Hudson is not going to play the field. It's going to be Burke. He's going to play second base in the ninth. He is a 3E13. So that takes care of that. Okay, so the top of the ninth is going to be Ruiz. Then the pitcher spot, which is Romero. And then and so it'll be Pena against Ruiz. Righty, 2-4. That'll be a fly ball that is caught by Burns and left, 1 out. Pitcher spot, they're going to go with Greg Dobbs here. Hi there, Larry. Hi, Steven. How you doing? Hi, Fred. Sorry I didn't catch a couple of you guys. I have the chat window shrunken here for a minute. So Dobbs is going to pinch hit here in the ninth. And I'll tell you what, Dobbs has not really found his form yet. Somehow the Phillies got through that 8th. I don't know how they did it. It's Upton got a triple, and then Romero got Young and Ojeda to both get themselves out. So Dobbs against Pena. Nobody on, 1 out. 2-6, and that'll be a grounder right back to Pena. 2 outs. Shane Victorino. And a 3-3 potential single on the correction. 1-13, and it will be a single. Pena and Snyder at -3. He'll still try to take a bag here. Gets a 5, so he can do it. So 18 -2 is 16. -3 for the pitcher's hold and the catcher's arm. So That's a 1 to 13 chance, and he is thrown out. So caught stealing 2. Well, it's a righty 2-4, ends the inning. No runs, and it's going to be the slimmest of margins for Brad Lidge. So let's see if the Diamondbacks can turn this into a problem here for the Phillies. They have been a thorn in the Phillies' side all series long, and it's going to be 3, 4, and 5. They could even use Miguel Montero in a pinch here if they wanted to, and they might. We'll see. Eric Burns leading off. 3-3. That'll be a grounder right back to Lidge. He will underhand to first for the out. Connor Jackson. 1-7. Potential single. 1 to 4. That's 20% chance. And it's a 4. It's going to bring up lefty Stephen Drew. They are holding Jackson on. Keep him close. Here is Drew. 2-4. And that's a, oh boy. There you go. That is a grounder to second. Utley throws to Bruntlett for 1. Over to Howard to first. That is a double play, and the ball game is over. The Phillies and Lidge are able to finish this series off with a 2-1 win. Kendrick gets a 7-inning win. A good outing for him. Lidge is going to get the save with 1 inning pitched. A nice timely double play. He gets him to turn it over, and that certainly helps them. The loss will go to Owings. Owings didn't pitch a bad game, just outpitched by Kendrick. In this season, a relative youngster. So the Phillies do salvage the final game of the series. And they're going to take their show to the Bay Area and go up against Bumgarner and the Giants. Maybe, you know what, Bumgarner might not be with the Giants then. Let me see. I'm probably wrong about that. Back then it was Lincecum, actually, I would say. I have a list here that will tell me if I just take a look. Right here it is. I think this is way before Bumgarner. Pitchers for the Giants. It'll be the pitchers they have in their rotation. Matt Cain, Tim Lincecum, Sanchez. I don't know if that's Anibal. I'm not sure. Barry Zito and I think Pat Mish. So let's go. Let's take Philly's next game. I've got it up here. Who will be? Wait a second. Oh, wow. I guess they played 4 against the Diamondbacks. So they have a chance to actually try to draw with them. For some reason, I thought they do play the Giants next, but they have one more game against the Diamondbacks. So don't go too far. Don't book your flights to the Bay Area quite yet, because they won't be there for another day or 2. Where do I find? Okay, here we go. Let's turn this around. Good game. 2 runs in the first for the Phillies, and that's it. I'm gonna have to let my chat window catch up. I'm gonna get myself a cold, tasty beverage. Game data from Baseball Reference. So, oh, Espo, hey, oh, you got a good. So where do I find? Yeah, Baseball Reference is where I stand. Here. This would no, Cheapo Stool from Wally World. I used to stand all the time. Now I kind of have to stand up occasionally because, as you can see, that stool. What I really need is some X-Lax because it's a good stool softener. No, I'm here. I'm here all week. You know, I don't get no respect. So yeah, so I use I use Baseball Reference mostly. It's actually I tend to have. I'll turn this around if we can see it here. I got my cord dangling there. If you see over here, I can pull it up here into the screen. I have my little tablet, and so as you can see here, I have Baseball Reference. This is the next game. As you can see, the Diamondbacks won the final game of that series 8-3. So we'll see if the Phillies can improve upon that. That will be Myers, I believe. Myers versus Brandon Webb. But I have a bunch of little tabs here. So up here, I have you guys. Hi, fellas. See this? There you guys are. You're famous. I have a bunch of different things. I do have my statistics. That's from the other league. This is from this league. They aren't up to date though, so apologies about that. But as you can see here, I've got some stuff available to me. And also another nice thing that I have on this, I've downloaded it from the Stratomatic website. If I do this, whoa, there we go. On this Kindle, I have this Docs menu. And right here, I have the 2008 rosters. And what I can do is I can pull this up. You can see a bunch of reflections right now, but wait until it loads. Here is the roster sheet from 2008. And so this is where I'm getting the speeds. Like Kendrick in this game was a 1-13. Owings also a 1-13. Let me see. And so you've got, who did I say? Myers. Myers is there. Surprisingly, Old Man Moyer, Jamie Moyer, 1-12. He could run the bases. Probably, I would imagine it was more for his ability to read and react. Whoa. Oh, it's the cord's touching. That's why. And who is it? Webb. Is Webb on this? Oh, boy. You get it too far in the one direction in it. Oh, you know what? I flip pages. Webb. Nah, he's not very adept at running. So, sure. And so this is an as played replay. So I use exact lineups for this. For the league that you may have seen that I've run before, which is that is currently going on. I haven't played games in it in about a week just because I kind of get narrowly focused when I get going. I'm not much of a multitasker. It's not easy for me to kind of pick and choose. I kind of need to go down the straight and narrow. But in that one, I choose the lineups freehand. I have to do rolls to see if players need rest, and injuries play a factor in that. And so you will not necessarily see true to life lineups, but you might. I think. I mean, like Toronto, I probably tend to use guys where they usually will show up. But thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. Appreciate all of our viewers. As not too many people were here when I let off the video, so I'll repeat it. Just making another pitch for the Patreon account. If you look in the description for this video, you will see that there's a link to it. And if you get in there before the end of the month, $2 commitment per month gets you enrolled each month in a drawing for half of what we make from the site. So whatever we make, we cut in half, and we run a giveaway, and the members of the Patreon site will get that money. The member that is drawn, and so And then from there, so, you know, you have to figure it out. You know, we not only split it with you guys, but we then split it between each other. And so, you know, we're just going to keep trying to, you know, it's just a little, it helps a little bit for us too, to be able to go and eventually put some monies together to add some things. I think he already put some of the money together with some other money that he had maybe from his birthday. This is Tabletop Earl I'm talking about, and was able to get the video that he put out, especially for Patreon members. He put that out, I think, last night. I think if you go and look on the site, it'll be there. So, in any event, those, I'm not necessarily looking to do that for unboxings, but to do other projects. And, you know, what we need to figure out is how to have special things that can enhance what we do on the channel here. So, okay, I haven't watched it. I guess I should. I will, but you know, I was at work all day, and fortunately, I think that I was able to get nailed down something I've been working on for like a month and a half that has like bedeviled me. It's been out of my grasp. I've tried 2 different methods to make this stuff. So this is chemistry related. Tried to make this stuff 2 different ways. Both times I ran into sort of brick walls. Things didn't work the way they were supposed to. So, you know, each time you do that, you can take a couple approaches. You can either change the way that you do the step that was the brick wall, or you go back to the beginning and just like retool your whole idea. And so this third time was similar to the first idea we had. It was just a little switch, and it looks like it worked. So I'm like really excited. It was a good day at work. I was trying to squeeze through all that, but in any event, yeah. So sorry to get off track there a little bit, but we'll probably keep going here with the Phillies for a while. I was toying with just coming out and saying, you know what, I'm gonna stick with the Phillies altogether and try to like grit my teeth through this project, because I'd like to get something done here at some point. But I'm also not. I feel like I'm a little further along in the other project, but they're about the same spot really, because the other project is 270 games in the regular season. This is going to be 162, of course. So we're about 35 into this one, I think, and the other one we're 70 some, 80 some. So probably a little farther along in the other project, but not by too much. So take it from Espo. Yeah, Espo. I think I commented in my video from yesterday. I think Larry said something about you starting a Carlton, a Steve Carlton. It's funny. Sorry, I almost. Let me just one quick aside. My favorite band is Steely Dan, and they had a session guitarist on a number of their albums, Larry Carlton. But anyway, Larry was talking about you doing a Steve Carlton replay.
You wanted egg, bacon.
Yes.
Egg, bacon, okay.
Dinner soon. Yeah. Yes. But anyway, and I was like, more power to Espo. I cannot I have trouble. I have 3 things going, and I feel a little swamped even with that. And that's why I said I sort of go linear with these things. Fred, thank you so much. You and the other Patreon members are awesome. Larry could not hit the curveball. Probably not. He was. He's still. I assume he's still going. I should try and find out if he's doing any. No, that's cool, Espo. I mean, we all have our own styles of the way we do things. I think if I had more room, literally, I am in a. What is it? Probably 4.5 feet by 8 feet wide small room, and I just don't have enough space for everything. So if I could, I think if I had more organization, it would help. But instead, I kind of like have a pile here, a pile there. And so once something is on the top or just buried a little bit under a pile, it's there. No, what it is, it was a sort of a work room, unfinished. You can see behind here, there's no drywall in it, but this, out on the other side of this wall is a half-finished basement. Then on the other side is also unfinished, but this is sort of an unfinished room that was mostly, I was going to do things like build model cars and keep my tools and things like that in here, and instead it now has become a great place to roll some games and make some videos and confound my wife. So, but tonight, yeah, Batman. Yeah, it's the Bat Cave. I wish I had a hole I could just escape sometimes. It would be fun. Wish it would kind of shoot me through this tube right upstairs to where I'm supposed to go. But model cars sniff glue. So model car glue is based. The base solvent is usually toluene. If you look it up, I use that on occasion in the laboratory. So if I really wanted to sniff model glue, I could do it any day of the week. And instead, so and there's lots more that is in the lab that, but my employer wouldn't appreciate that much, and it wouldn't be good for me anyway. So, but so that's what this room is. It's a nice little room, and I'm glad we've had a little chat here. We had a little time because the game went quick. It was a nice game, 2-1. It's going to go quick if it's like that. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to watch the Sabres and the Penguins play a small confined space. Yeah, I might need a rescue here at some point. Of course, I've been confined space rescue trained, but no. What was I saying? They're playing a preseason hockey game later, so I'm going to watch that. So thanks for tuning in here, guys. Appreciate everybody who has supported our channel through donations, etc., and also those who hit the like button and those who spread the word. Just we're really grateful for all of you, and have a great evening. Strat on, and just enjoy your games, and God bless you all. Thanks a lot.